But I wouldn't hesitate to pour some Caesar dressing on your girls. Apple bottoms, love the time. To say that I'm gross. That sexy nigga when faded ego. At my mama, cheese spit like fits a low. 80s baby, so I let my afro go. Alter ego, Joe, wrestling hero. Caesar dodo. I was stuck in my yo-yo. Sick motherfucker, mistress is a weirdo. Call ING to increase the dinero. Cruise around town, known as a sex symbol. A bachelor. I got to stay single because I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm a sick go. I'm a sick go. What up, Billy? What up? I'm a sick little motherfucker. Sick little motherfucker. Sick little motherfucker. I'm a filthy filled burger, fill off your bitch, fill off the split, nigga, I'm filthy rich, no pockets, fill up with lint like oil, I'm slick, I'm keeping it fresh like Prince, fake motherfuckers walking around town with limp, they claim the sick, claim to be blood or crip, you make me sick, I make your stomach spin like rims from a kid, or just Madonna a kid, whole family pissed, atheist, exorcist, everybody saying fuck Jesus, the reality is that they sick individuals like a fever cigarette, you like the cigarette end of you, haters want to bite while I serve a dish, a garbage juice and doodle marinated shrimps, active pit, wrestling veteran, hard to do, but someone's sick, they gotta do it like me. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are on another episode of Kayfabe Breaking Live with yours truly, Brad Alekxis, Saturday. Before we get it started, like always, a little intro song. Dirty Codes all over the pad. Get time to get your coffee. We're gonna get it started in just a couple of minutes. Got a lot to talk about today, like usual. A lot of shows happening. We got Christmas shows happening left, right, and center. Tonight I'm at Cornwall, Seaway Valley Wrestling. Acclaim has a show too, Acclaim Pro Wrestling, that's in Ottawa. What else shows are there? There's shows in Montreal too. Promotion JR has a show that's in the east end of Montreal. A lot of feds in the east end of Montreal that just popped up, bro. In the last 6 months, we have about what? There's Promotion JR, there's the ALC, there's MCW, there was the Gods podcast. Who else in the East End? Anjou Wrestling Federation. There's 5 promotions that have open within about a 20-minute drive distance from each other. Fucking crazy, bro. Dub SG, my guy. Before, if that happened in the late 90s, early 2000s, if there were a wrestling promotion to open in the same area as another, there would have been beef. There would have been mad beef. There would have been guys showing up at the show. There would have been shakedowns. Somebody like, nigga, close your show. You're not having your show tonight. There would have people getting beaten up. But now, since everyone is a bunch of collections of vaginas, they're scared to go up to the other promotion. Like, why are you opening here? Could you open at least in the next fucking town? You have to open in the same fucking town as me? Montreal is such a big goddamn city. In Mexico, you don't have that problem. In Mexico, there are promotions in every single fucking, not city, every single barrio, every single neighborhood, there's a promotion, and nobody has problems selling out their shit because everybody loves wrestling so much. Saturday, heel apart. You're thinking, when's the 4th of July? But here, I don't know why people are allergic to doing shows on other days but Saturdays. Everyone does on Saturdays. Props to ALC, Association de Lutte Canadienne, who decide to do their shows on Friday nights, avoiding the whole debacle of where are my wrestlers going to be when I try to book a show. Because I'm no booker, but fucking Christ, man. It must be a bitch. It must be a bitch and a half to have to book a show and then you realize a good half of your roster can't be there because they're at another show. because all of you guys are doing shows on Saturdays. All of you. Anyways, let's get to the theme song. Jesus. Botch. Got my little coffee here. Take a look at this watch. Ha! Now take a look at this watch. It's 10 a.m. It's time to grab a silly and you log on to Instagram. Ziz talk shit deli now. I'm recording that. Spitting facts for the fam. On your face like a telegram. Bots talk shit about me just to stay relevant. I'm Leo Decap, you the bear in the revenant night. Talk shit to your face, so broadcast it live on the internet. Uncut, unaffiliated, uncensored. It's me, Kayfabe, Breakin. What is good, fam? YouTube, Instagram, we are live. It's 10:11 a.m. on the 12th month, 10th day, 2022. We are Kayfabe Breakin. I hope you got your morning splitskis, got your morning cereal, eggs, bacon, toast, sausage, peanuts, beer, whatever you have in the fucking morning. Ecstasy, speed, you fucking drug head. You shouldn't do that though. But if you are, that's the way you fucking start your morning. Do it. Let's go. We're partying. It's Kayfabe Breaking. It's the most controversial fucking show in Quebec wrestling history. The guy who's not scared to say anything. The guy's not scared to say anything and then, maybe not get booked because he said something which is the truth most of the fucking time. I don't talk out of my ass. Anything I say on this goddamn show is my opinions. It's my feelings. And if people don't like it, then go get into that big fucking line, Costco size line, to kiss my black ass. Big day tonight, Cornwall. My return to Cornwall. I wasn't there the last show in October. Why? I was in Mexico City, killing it. So it's a great chance to come back and just remind everybody in Cornwall who Daddy, all in caps, really is. Ladies, I'm coming back. Fans, I'm coming back. The greatest entertainer of all time, yada, yada, yada. The guy who hates Ryan Donovan's face, yada, 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 is coming back. And it's going to be great. I love Seaway Valley Wrestling. I could call Cornwall my home away from home, because actually my home away from home is Netherlands. Then my home away from home is Mexico. So my home away from home, maybe add another home in there because my real home might be my real home, is Cornwall. The Cornwall direction, the administration for Seaway Valley Wrestling, the fans, the venue, the everything is great. They've been doing great since day one, and there's no time to stop. I remember when I started wrestling personally, that Cornwall was looked at as one of the shittiest cities to do professional wrestling in, because there was people doing business there who didn't know how to do fucking business. Let's be honest with each other. That I saw crowds of 20 people, 30 people. If you're from there and you come to a wrestling show with a crowd that many people, that's one thing. But if you travel from Montreal to like Toronto, or from Moncton to Toronto, or wherever it is, if you travel for over 3 fucking hours and you show up to a venue and there's 20 to 30 people, you feel like shitting your fucking self. You feel like shitting. So to see Cornwall kill that stigma, to see Seaway Valley Wrestling kill the stigma of Cornwall being a non-wrestling city, they rolled up their fingers and said, fuck you to everybody. They killed it. They kill it every fucking show. I've been there how many shows now? 1, 2, 3, I believe 4 shows. Every show was sold out, my guy. Fans are crazy. That's how you have to do business. If guys are starting out their own promotions, you should look at the way Seaway Valley did theirs, and maybe you'll learn a thing or two. And that's not to say that you don't know how to do business, but as a real businessman, you have to look at the motherfuckers who know what they're doing, the motherfuckers who are getting good progress. You have to see that and probably model yourself through that. And then maybe you'll have a successful organization. Or maybe that shit just won't work in your area. You got to figure that shit out. Those are all parts of being a businessman. Trial and error, my guy. Okay, let's see. Here's one of the most over dudes out there. Who's one of the most over dudes out there? Can't be me. I'm over in Ontario, over in the rest of Canada. I have the Bret Hart effect. You see, when I'm Bret Hart, if I'm Bret Hart in the United States, that's what I'm Brad Alekxis in Quebec. You see, when I'm in Quebec, everyone hates the shit out of me. Workers, wrestlers, fans, mothers, fathers, kids. Everyone hates my absolute guts. But once I travel to other places in our great land of Canada, Eastern Canada, the Maritimes, Western Canada, I'm saying Western Canada, but Ontario, Alberta, when I go over to Europe, when I go over to Mexico, I'm loved. So I have the Bret Hart effect. So, oh hell, that doesn't even make sense what I'm saying. Because if I'm over, I could be over as a heel, I could be over as a face. It doesn't really fucking matter. What matters is that I get the job done by entertaining the fucking crowd. Because that's what we're there for. We're not there to, who's going to win? Who's going to lose? And you know what? Let's be honest. I have 3 fucking championships. Okay, now, Caden, I'm old, nigga. I'm old, bruv. What does WSG stand for? What's going on? What? West Side G? West Side G. That's it. WSG. Is that West Side G? Come on. What's the new lingo? LOL. LMOA. I don't know. I don't know the fucking. Oh! West Side G. West Side. West Side G. West Side. I know. I tried. What's good? What's really good, nigga? Sorry, I watched too much Boondocks. Don't copy me. Boondocks did that to my freaking lingo. It did. And thanks, Jeff. I don't strive to be the most over guy in Quebec, but it just happens that way. That's hard work. This is not to toot my horn. This is not to show off to people, but you just have to work hard. You don't wait for bookers to write to you, nigga. You get up in the morning. You go onto the internet. You write a city that you want to go wrestle in. Or you just start on the city that you're living in right away. You write to these motherfuckers. Hi, I'm Brad Alekxis. Wrestled for 20 years. This is my criteria. This is my... Look, these are some of my matches. You like, you don't like. If the guy likes it, he'll look at it. If he doesn't, he won't give a shit and he'll ignore you. On to the next. That's how you get booked, guys. You don't write a little message on your Facebook saying, "Hi, I'm Brad Alekxis, book me." No, go out and push these motherfuckers. Nudge them, poke them, whatever it is, get on their fucking nerves to get their attention. You have to understand, some bookers are like hot girls. A lot of people just message them saying the same fucking shit. Like, "Hi, you're beautiful." The hot girl hears that shit every fucking day. Just like a booker who everybody wants to wrestle for their organization, they hear, "Hi, I'm Brad. Can I wrestle for you?" They hear that shit every day. Be original. Go out there and get it. Some of you think that people from Mexico, bookers, are going to come message you right here today. Or you're going to take the easy way out and be like, "Hey, Brad, can you get me a booking? I'm going to Mexico on vacation." Suck it. You know why? Because half of you motherfuckers won't even do that to me. I will help a fucking rookie way before a 20-year vet who's never tried anything in his life before, yeah, I would. Because half of the vets have a fucking personal vendetta where the rookie sees what I'm doing and they appreciate it. Whereas I didn't have that when I was younger. I didn't have that when I started in the business. I didn't have someone to be, hey, Brad, maybe you should leave here and go try wrestling there. Hey, Brad, you're really talented. Maybe you should try that. No one came up to me and said that because everybody hated each other almost. And they only wanted to help their friends. And when you did see somebody good, you didn't want to tell them because he'll be better than you. It's fucked up how it works. It really is. You could call it paranoia. I could call it truth because I've seen that shit happen. And it's not seen it happen. I've seen it happen to the point where people said that shit to me of like, fuck you, I'm not helping that guy. He's fucking good. If I help him, he's going to take my spot. And I'm just sitting there scratching my head like, what the actual fuck is going on here, guy? People are fucked. And in retrospect, people used to help others get to their pinnacles in the business, getting to where they want to go. You real were able to recognize real before, but now real recognize real and don't say shit. For sure, recognition comes who see what you do. Absolutely, because who can become more valuable, a rookie or a 20-year-old pro who did fuck all? Bum, 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 bum. And sometimes, man, people ask me on certain advice for my traveling gimmick. They ask me advice on how to do certain things, and if I could see me, not Jim Cornette or fucking Larry Zbyszko, Arn Anderson. I'm talking about people who did shit, okay? But if I could see that you have it in you to go to a foreign country to do professional wrestling, and you're asking me if you think you have what it got, right off the bat, I'm bewildered. I'm fucked. Because if you're in this fucking business, man, you're not here to second guess yourself. If you want to second guess yourself, get the fuck out. You've gone certain places to prove to yourself that you could do it, that you could hang. So why wouldn't you be able to do it in another country? Because of the language barrier? Nick, wrestling is international. The language of wrestling is international. Stop. Just stop. Just go with it, man. You think I sat here in Montreal and contemplated and started messaging people left, right, and center of like, you think I could wrestle in Europe? Hey, do you think I could wrestle in Europe? You think I can make it there? You think that they'll book me? No, I didn't second guess myself. I fucking got on my ass, went on the fucking computer and started doing my fucking homework and research, guy. Yeah, Cokes. Yeah, I know, Cokes. Big guy. Big bud. Jesus. Oh, we got a call here. I'm gonna hope my phone doesn't glitch this time. I'm trying to accept your call, bro.
I'm back.
Boom. Is it gonna freeze? Stay tuned.
No, it didn't freeze.
Bro, it froze last time. I'm not lying to you, bro. I'm not lying. This is oh, that's fucking real talk right there, bro.
Yes, dude.
That's real. So what's good with you, man?
Oh, not a whole lot, man. Just about to meditate here in a few minutes. Figured I'd pop on here to say what's up.
Meditate. See, my friend. See, I wanted to do that for the longest time, and you just reminded me, man. It's so important to have that fucking moment in the morning just to
unwind and then get ready for the day, right?
We take that shit for granted. A lot of resting trainings and things like that, a lot of people take for granted because we're always on the go, man.
Oh, certainly, man. Especially the gym, right? Like, people think, okay, like, I did my weights, that's it, right? But stretching, yoga, meditating, so crucial for what we do, man.
I stretch at least a good more than an hour before wrestling.
Yeah.
I'll stretch at different periods of times during the day.
You have to, man. Afterwards, after your match, you're gonna feel stiff as fuck.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I see you doing your stuff for Lit Academy, man. Keep going with that. I love the fact that Quebec people are so bitter that there's so much less Quebec people in the tournament this time, but there's more people throughout Canada.
Yeah.
And all the people I'm seeing throughout Canada, they're all hardcore hitters, man. So this competition is gonna be way better than the first one. And good luck to you and everyone in it, because I know most of the names. I've worked half a good portion of the names that are in the tournament. I mean, like, good on Jacques and stupid Quebec again for being so butthurt that this guy made money off of people like everyone else back in the day. But that's what you're supposed to do. The tactics that Jacques Rougeau used when he was running a promotion, other promotions in Quebec did the same fucking thing, and nobody's yelling at these guys. The same thing. I wrestled at a place where it didn't pay nobody, bro, for years. And when I mean years, not even a dime to any of the boys, security, anyone. Nobody's yelling at that guy, but everyone's yelling at Rougeau because he wanted you to wrestle at his place exclusively, because he didn't want you to get injured at another place for free, so then he wouldn't make money on his show. Anyway.
And see, that's understandable on his part too. I do get that. But at the same time, I do believe everyone should work together. That's just me.
Yeah, but that's not really gonna happen.
No.
One day it will. Like, no. And even sometimes you see about with AEW, you thought that, oh, everybody just needs a money guy, and then everyone will work together. And then look at AEW. There's some shit that happens backstage of like, I don't like you and I don't like you. What can you do, my guy?
Exactly. You're going to work with people you do or don't like no matter where you go, man. That's just what wrestling is. You know what I mean?
It's a real thing.
To do business, and that's all that matters. Like, up here in the Maritimes, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of people who don't like each other, but they still work together, right?
But that's a real workplace. If you're working, there's gonna be people that you don't like. Like, you're not gonna work at a place where you like everyone you work with. You're gonna have to work with them.
Exactly, it's business at the end of the day. Like, even though we work together, like, we're still doing this for ourselves at the end of the day, right? Like, it does not make much of a difference at all.
And it's not like some people are not doing it every day. Some people are doing it twice a week, once a week, and you're carrying on a feud or a personal vendetta for years for seeing the person maybe once a month. If you really think about it, that's crazy.
That's true.
That's crazy.
It is super crazy, man. Because, I mean, even though that feud can mean something to that company specifically, it really doesn't mean anything in reality. It's still a story at the end of the day. Like, that's the difference. People treat this like it's a shoot the whole entire time. It's just like, yes, things shoot, but work. At the same time, though, it's like, don't take it so seriously where, like, it's a shoot 24/7, right?
Yeah, that's my problem. Because no one knows if I'm being real or not. But I'm a heel. And then people are going to be like, it's year 2022. You can't act like that. But, hey, when it's behind closed doors, then the real people know who I really am like. So the people who hate me now because of things of wrestling, I really consider them a mark. Because really, I'm not a piece of shit. And people who've messaged me privately and talked about things I've said, and that's why people hate me, yada, 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 they know. They're like, I know you're joking. And I'm like, well, how come they don't? Well, because they believe too much, man.
Exactly. Like, when we saw each other at Seaway, and the first thing you said was, that guy. I was like, Oh, there he is. You know what I mean? Because I knew you were just joking around, right? So I was like, whatever, man. It's all good.
Oh man, I don't have time for that. Life's too short.
Hey, don't you?
Life's too fucking short. I mean, like, I've already told bookers who thought I've had problems with certain guys. I'm like, hey, I'll work with him. I'll shake his hand. I'll give him a big wet kiss before the show. But never, no one hears about that. They'll just hear about the negative shit. But I've already,
That's what they
like,
convey.
here, I give myself.
Yep.
I don't know. But I'm not going to bend my ass. If you don't want me to be there, that's another story, obviously.
Oh, 100%. But
Just demo see James Saint.
at the end of the day, man, like you're doing your own thing, you're carrying on with your own life, so it doesn't really make a difference as opposed to like who wants you and who doesn't, right? Because there's people who still want you no matter what.
Bro,
Like,
there's thousands, not hundreds. There's thousands. I'll probably even go into the millions of promotions around the world. So I'd say thousands, a couple 100,000. There's promotions everywhere, man. And you can't just narrow it down to your own city of like, oh, well, they don't want me there. I should quit wrestling. Nah.
Banned elsewhere. Like, that's what I did. You know what I mean? Like, when I had a falling out with the company here, I went and worked elsewhere and did like other couple companies. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make a difference. There's always a place to work, whether it's good or bad.
Of course.
Is right.
Of course. And people shouldn't get shy about that. They think that one place, oh, I have to listen to what they're telling me to do and do this. Nah, man. Nah. Until there's a contract and they're paying, I could quit my regular job and this contract is feeding me and providing me, then I'll listen to your fuckery. But your little pay that you're giving most of the guys, and then you're trying to tell us shit to do after, or like not to go there, or not to say this, not, hey, bruh.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. You can't say this, you can't do that. Fuck out of here. I didn't sign up for this. I used to wrestle in early 2000. I know, I've seen guys write up fake contracts.
Really?
Yes, with no lawyer and shit. And I've seen people sign the motherfucker. And from even in those days, I was saying, what the fuck is this? You ain't paying. I'm not signing a contract. I'm not signing over my logo. I made my logo myself. I made my costume. Get the fuck out of here. So there's all this fucking hokey pokey shit. I've seen it before. So that's why I'm so adamant about it now and fucking persistent on certain shit like pay the boys and all this shit, because I'm tired of seeing that shit.
And that's a certain stigma that we get in independent wrestling as well. Like promoters just doing shit like all the time, like saying, "Oh, you can't work for this guy if you work for, or you can't work for me if you work for this guy," or fucking, you have to give me your fucking logo if you want to work for me. It's just like, no, I paid for this myself. Unless you want to pay more to fucking use it, go for it. But otherwise, fuck off.
If I'm at that point where if the guy says you can't work for another one, okay, well, just change my gimmick.
That's it.
Change my fucking name. Who cares? Who cares?
You have two different gimmicks that you can use, Brad Alekxis and Velvet Jones. So
just change the gimmick. Who cares?
Right.
At that point, I like people are like, well, you can't work here, you can't be heel here. Just change your gimmick.
Yeah, that's all.
Just change your fucking gimmick. Just change the name. Wear a fucking mask. Wear a half mask. Wear a freaking Ninja Turtle mask, man. Wear a bandana, something. I don't care. Whatever. It's wrestling. We're there to imagine.
Imagine, get paid for imagining as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, for me, you have to think about it's acting too. It's not just a wrestling show. There's acting in it too. You have characters that you're playing out, and it's fun to play dress up. Hell yeah. So then you're a different character, man. Think out of the box. People are like, well, I can't do it. I met some dude, I can't remember his name, bro, but he came to NSPW once and he wrestled me. And since he was jobbing, He said, well, I got to change my name. I'm jobbing. And I was like, what the fuck? This guy doesn't want to job under his real name. Okay. But at the same time, you just created another character on dirt sheets without even knowing it. Who cares?
Exactly. Doesn't make a difference at all. If you have
you still work that day.
Yeah. Make it work. That's all.
So, for me, winning, losing, 10-second match, Iron Man match, it's all the same shit.
Yeah, man. As long as he's there, fuck it.
I always tell people like this, man, when I hear people complain, I'm like, I drove from Montreal to Quebec. No, past Quebec, actually. So I drove to Montreal to Beauce, which is about 4.5 hours to do a run-in.
And you still got paid for it.
Did a run-in, chair shotted the guy a couple shots, did a promo, left. That was my spot. I got paid. There's some guys who wouldn't even do that, man. But that's the name of the game, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, that's a night off. Fuck. And a pay. Why would anyone complain about that?
Some people just don't like to do the drive.
Fuck that, man.
I mean,
hey, do the
drive. Like, it's far. When you're in the Maritimes, it's far to drive a couple places. Even where I'm at, sometimes it's far when we're thinking, 3-4 hours drive and stuff like that. In UK, there's guys that have promotions to like an hour away from each other, and they're just like, I don't feel like driving there. It's too far. And I'm like, bro, you can wrestle every week. What the fuck? And they're like, yeah, but we have wrestling everywhere. So they're like, no, almost nonchalant about it. I'm not saying all the European, the UK guys are like that, but there's some guys I've heard, they straight up told me, like, well, I just don't feel like driving. And I'm like, we have to drive 3 hours, we have to drive 10 hours, 14 hours to go do shows. And we're like, yeah, we're going to do it, man. You guys have shows like, you could do a show, drive 2 hours, do another show, drive an hour, do another show. And I'm like, what are you doing?
If there were shows that were like 2 hours away, like companies everywhere, I'd be hopping on that, man. If I were.
Hell yeah. Get a couple of companies that do shows on a Wednesday, Thursday, or a Monday, man. You're set.
Yes, that's like a full-time schedule, basically. Why would anyone fucking be like, I don't feel like it? I mean, like, it's their choice. I get that, but at the same time, it's like, fuck, man. You know what I mean?
You got to get companies to open on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And then a full circuit can be done. Everyone will have Tuesday off. And even Tuesday is a good night for wrestling. I even say Wednesday would be an off night. And you have a show Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Circuit.
That would be a wicked fucking schedule, dude. That's how they do it on Dixon's tours as well, I'm pretty sure. Like, they have one day off, but then the other days are literally just, like, touring, 2 or 3 shows a day.
And I have to go from Maritimes all the way to Vancouver and keep going like that.
Yeah.
Or, like, going there and then coming back, going there and then coming back. Just back, forth.
That's your schedule right there, man.
I just invented a Canadian Federation. It's over.
You did, in fact.
I'm going to go plan that now. Tony Khan style fantasy booking, my guy. Dead. Yep. I'm joking.
That's how you got to do it, man.
I got to get ready for Seaway Valley. I'm debating, do I train from home or go to the gym?
How far are you from Cornwall?
An hour 20.
Holy
roughly. Fuck. Not too far.
Oh, you have it set then, bro.
Yeah, man. I got my boy coming to get the ride ski. I'm on that Randy Orton now, man. I don't drive anymore. I got a guy who drives me. It's a lovely thing what money could do.
Oh yes.
I can't do it anymore. I feel like I've been spoiled, but I can't drive after shows anymore because I did that for so much times. And I got caught already, so I could say it, I guess. So I used to drive drunk after shows, bro, going to bars, getting all fucked up. So being sore and being drunk, driving home, trying to stay awake.
Oh,
No more. Can't. I'll have a heart attack at this point. So I get to relax after shows and sit down and fucking listen to some good music and shit.
Just vibe, man. That's all fucking JP did, man. When he traveled back with me, he would just chill. And I'd sit there and be like, Jay, I wish I was you right now. And he'd be like, whoa, why? I was like, so I can chill like you are. And he was like, yeah, man, I'm loving it.
All right, man. I got to round my shit up here. So I'm going to let you go to the meditations.
And that peace in me, my inner soul, brother.
And you're going to get stuck onto the thing again.
Imagine. All right, brother, you take care.
All right, much love, brother.
All right, one.
Kill It in the Lit Academy. We are back. We are back here on the grams. What time is it? Oh, the other day, one of my workout buddies was saying to me, Brad, why do you do lives by yourself? Why do you do podcasts by yourself? And I was like, Ref, it's like a podcast, but I'm there. And he just didn't understand. I'm like, if there's people watching, or if there's nobody watching, they can still watch later, watching. And then he was just sort of like, I don't understand why you would do that, though. And I'm like, he's like, what do you talk about? And then I was like, nigga, watch it. And if you don't want to watch it, shut the fuck up. And that's the moral of the story, is that if you want to do something, do it anyway. And if somebody says that they don't understand it, tell them to eat your ass. I got to get more politically correct with those like commercials because it's sounding pretty bad. I love this hat. Next Saturday, we are going to be on a double bill of wrestling. Next Saturday, we're going to be at main event, Friday, main event wrestling, Saturday at NWC. And then on Sunday, that's to be announced. It's going to be a doozy. I'll see you then tonight. Seaway Valley Wrestling. Fatal 4-way match. Green Phantom, Cecil Nix, Flying Frank Milano versus the Geo, greatest entertainer of all time, the franchise Brad Alekxis. Debut for Phantom, debut for Milano, but re-debut of me because I wasn't there last show. I was in Mexico. Oh my God. So international, you know what I mean? So, guys, I will see you next Saturday, 9:57 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for another episode of Kayfabe Breaking, where we talk all that good shit. Till then, enjoy your Saturday. Squeeze your girlfriend, squeeze your boyfriend, squeeze your significant other. Tell your cat he's a piece of shit. Tell your dog he's a bobo. Call your mom or your dad, tell them that you love them. Tell your cousins that they pissed you off when you were younger. Go for a walk. Enjoy the sunlight. Take a tan outside. Or if you're in a hot place, go inside into a sauna. That didn't make sense, but we go and we move on. Also, that girl on the bus that you see every week, this week, go and tell her that you can't stand that she makes that sniffling sound with her nose when she's on the bus every morning at 6:45. Breathing like that. It drives you absolutely crazy. So hand her a handkerchief so she could finally blow her nose and get all of that boogers out of her nostrils. I'm Brad Alekxis signing off. I'll see y'all next Saturday, 9:57 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Instagram, YouTube at Franchise QC. And until then, much love and dedication to the nation of domination. Suck it!